Welcome back to the CoBA chat, where we help support the CoBA students navigate their academic and professional journey. I'm Gia.
And I'm Ashley, and that's right. We're going to go over what comes after Business 300, the resources you guys have after Business 300.
We've invited two students. Please welcome Jimena and Carlos.
Yay.
Whee. Please introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, my name's Jimena and I'm a third-year business marketing student.
Hello, my name is Carlos. I'm a third-year global business student.
And thank you so much again for joining us. So let's dive right in. Jimena, tell us about one resource that you have used after Business 300 that you find so useful and that has made a difference in your journey.
So one of the resources that was introduced was Handshake. It really helped me use a lot of my resume, cover letter, any like interview tips that they have. I took it a step further by going to like the Career Center, talking to somebody about it to get further guidance on it, and it's really helped me like prepare for future opportunities or even internships that I'm looking for right now to prepare for those papers.
That's awesome.
And Carlos, have you used the Career Center by any chance?
Yeah, so I've actually used the Career Center quite a bit. It's helped me tailor my resume just to land internships and also my interviewing skills. You know, before I get super nervous, with the interview, at least now I feel a little bit more prepared. As well as the Cougar Closet, got a whole new suit. I mean, it looks brand new, so, and free, you can't beat that.
That's awesome. Yeah, speaking from personal experience, the Career Center has really helped me with my professional development as well. So now looking into the peer mentorship program that we offer, I know that you're passionate about this, Ashley. So could you tell the listeners a little bit about the opportunity?
Yeah, of course. So right now, CoBA has two type of mentorship programs. We have the peer mentor program where first business students are getting mentored by juniors and seniors. After you complete Business 300, you are available to mentor your peers. And then we have the career mentor program that's tailored more for juniors and seniors, where they actually get mentor help from business professionals. For example, I went through that program, and currently I'm getting mentor help from Erin. She is actually the human resource director from Innovis, a medical device company, manufacturing company, and I'm so excited, being able to have that contact with these professionals, getting this information, and how to find internships. She has been such a valuable help, and I totally recommend you guys to go check those two mentorship programs out.
That's awesome. That sounds like a win-win. Can you share a bit more about your experience from this program?
Yeah, of course. So I did go into a little bit of the career mentor one, but the peer mentor one has been also very helpful as well for me. It has helped me, develop my leadership skills, coaching skills as well. It's really nice that I'm able to give back to the community, being able to give back to those students that are in need of help, and, help them navigate, their university journey and through CoBA as well, especially with these first generation students because I have had that experience, where I got lost, and I'm glad I could, lend a hand to them.
And then speaking of connections, are the two of you connected with the CoBA student organizations, and how have those involvement impacted you?
Yeah, so actually I'm in the Global Business Cougar Society. I'm the president, and I feel like it helped me since I'm a global business major. It's not the most popular major. By joining that society 2 semesters ago, I was able to network with like-minded individuals who just wanted to travel, wanted to work maybe abroad and things like that.
That's awesome.
That's cool. Well, for me, I started off with the LBSA, the Latino Business Student Association. I will be currently transitioning to president in the fall, so that's really exciting. Thank you, Ashley, for reaching out to me to get this position and grow in the org. But other than that, I've also been part of the Marketing Society as a AMA representative. We're slowly building up this new chapter of AMA, which is the American Marketing Agency. Basically, we're just building it up right now, and I would recommend anyone to join any of these orgs, especially with the global business as well. Just putting yourself out there and kind of like finding friends that have the same interests and achievements is also like really good for you to like achieve your goals and what you want to do later.
I love that. Now let's not forget about the Career Action Plan Form 2. Have either of you revisited it, and has it guided your next steps?
So yeah, I revisited it at the start of this semester. Obviously, I went during the summer, and I just realized how many things, some things changed. So obviously, I went in really specific with my action plan, and like life, things just change all of a sudden, so you need to adjust it real quick. But yeah, at least it gave me the structure to know where I'm working towards, and yeah, it's been really helpful.
I would say the same thing. I didn't revisit it since the semester got so busy, but the beginning of the semester kind of just helped me structure out like what's my main goal for the semester, of just like applying for internships, or like if something switches up, like Carlos said, just like adjusting that, but also like make sure it's like still filled in.
Yeah.
And I know that also part of this form, it helps you, see where you have to develop professionally. For example, I put myself, I need to be part of an organization, and actually the LBSA was part of it, and look where I am, I'm actually VP. Another thing that I put myself was get those hard skills on Coursera. And I've done that, they take some months, but it's actually worth it. I've seen all on our LinkedIn, a lot of our peers that have like, oh yeah, I got this social media marketing skill from Coursera, this certificate. I'm not sure if you guys have visited or have you actually heard of it or have heard any success stories from them?
Yeah, I mean, actually, funny you mentioned it, I'm working on a social media certificate from Coursera. And, it's a really good tool. It allows you to learn a lot from it. I'm learning a lot currently, and obviously it looks good on that resume for those internships and anything you're applying for. So.
And speaking of plans, do you guys have any plans for what's ahead? Goals like career goals, summer internships?
So for me, I would definitely say that I'm trying to look for a new job that can give me a different experience. I work in basic retail and and do dance instruction, so I'm really just trying to find something that's with my major, which is marketing. So luckily I've been able to find a job here with CoBA. Hopefully I start in the summer, but other than that, I've been just trying to network. I know we recently just had our Women in Business events going on, so I'm pretty sure there's a virtual one happening soon, so just trying to get more involvement before I leave next semester, or next year, sorry.
Got you.
Yeah, and for me, recently I got an internship, a sales internship with Rain Acquisitions. So thank you. So for that right now, I mean, it shows very good promising growth. It says that it could extend to a full-time position, and it just they've explained to me that there's an opportunity to grow within the company. So right now I'm just pursuing that, just grinding away, getting my sales pitch down, just getting better at that every day. But yeah,
That's so cool, Carlos.
And I'm sure that the career centers help with, with your resume really helped you a lot get that
oh
position.
yeah,
I bet.
yeah, no, especially because my resume was a mess before that. So yeah.
We've all been there.
Yeah. How has the career action plan helped you guys map out for the next semester?
I think just continuing and holding myself accountable for still keeping lookout for any other internships that I could possibly apply for, and then again just maintaining the orgs that I'm in now and growing through them.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Jimena said, just holding myself accountable, just knowing what the end goal is. Like I said, maybe a little details will switch here and there, but just having that structure just to keep me guided. Because just if I'd go in with no goals, no plan, no nothing, I'd be all over the place and not know where I'm working towards. So
yeah, we're trying to make SMART goals. You remember that? And back in Business 300,
Having some balance.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
And going back to the post-graduation, I'm not sure, Gia, do you have any after this semester? Because I know you're not graduating yet, but I know you're double majoring.
Yes,
So.
I am doing a double major in environmental studies and business marketing. But Ashley and I actually plan on going to this faculty-led study abroad program that CSUSM offers for CoBA students, and it's a 2-week study abroad program. So we'll be headed to Germany, Austria, and Italy. So we're really excited for that. But I have been applying for summer internships, so I'm also taking 5 classes in the summer. So trying to balance it all out. But that's my plan. How about you, Ashley?
Well, yeah, finally graduating this May, guys.
Hey.
Yeah, finally.
So
if passing your experience, that's the only thing. But I'm confident that our team is gonna pass that. But yeah, after the summer, after graduation, I'm gonna go to study abroad with Gia. And currently, I'm doing a lot of interviews. I have 40 applications in right now.
Wow.
With
That's
marketing
crazy.
agencies, CPG consumer companies. And currently, I'm actually gonna have 2 interviews tomorrow with 2 marketing agencies. So excited about that. Let's see where that goes. But yeah, I'm just trying to put my foot into the healthcare marketing, but I also love brand marketing, especially because I fell in love with it this semester with Carolina's, our professor Carolina's class. So hopefully we get into that.
That's awesome. Let's talk about the career action plan and how it has helped you guys with your roadmap to success. I know you guys shared a little bit more about this, but do you guys plan on revisiting it more after next semester, or would you recommend it to other students as well?
For sure revisiting, just so, again, like, hold myself accountable for all the things that I'm doing, but I would definitely recommend it for other students. Kind of just to have yourself structured, but also, like, don't feel overwhelmed if you can't fill it out. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, opportunities come and go, so just kind of, like, again, holding yourself accountable and be balanced out.
What have you found most helpful in that plan form?
The section I would definitely say is specifying each semester what I have to do, kind of like doing that to-do list. And then I would also say the written portion of like how I felt last semester compared to how I feel this semester about everything that I'm doing, just like comparing and reflecting on everything that I'm doing.
Yeah, reflection is very important.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, just adding on, just, you know, make sure you revisit that action plan because, you know, it's easy just to forget about it and just be like, oh, it doesn't really help, or, oh, that's so far away. I mean, just, I think you guys can speak, just, it comes, like, you're like, oh, I'm graduating already, oh, so just, you know, time moves so fast, so even if it seems like far away, you know, just have that structure. You don't have to maybe add every single little detail, be like, oh, on Tuesday of next week, I'm gonna do this, you know, just because, you know, things happen, but at least so you have that structure and you just follow through to that angle, so.
No, yeah, and I'm so excited as well to myself to revisit because I want to look at it and be like, oh my gosh, look how much I've accomplished and look at the goals I've accomplished, and just so excited to revisit for sure after this session.
Yes. And now let's move on to advice for our students. What advice would you give to them after completing Business 300, the CAP form, and just for their next steps?
Yeah, I think something I'd say is maybe network. That's something that's, I feel like, especially in business and really any industry, just network. Sometimes, you know, getting those applications in, you know, it goes better if you know someone that works in the company. So like I said, for me, networking has been a great tool. I've landed some internships based on just networking, not because I have the best resume or best skills. So unfortunately, that's sometimes how it works. You know, you just get that little advantage if you know a person in there that maybe he's a hiring manager or he just has a good relationship within the company. So
I would definitely agree with Carlos saying, like, when you meet somebody that can open so many doors, especially in the business world, but I would also say just be honest with yourself and don't overwhelm yourself with so much stuff. We're students at the end of the day, so obviously, like, applying for jobs and internships and going to networking events, that also involves a lot of energy. So kind of like maintain that balance of like, what do you want to accomplish between like your short-term goals, your long-term goals, like what is your aim for the semester overall to help you like go through it rather than like being burnt out and like not passing your classes, like maintaining that balance for sure.
That's so helpful.
No, and we appreciate those wise words for our students and hope you find that helpful. And actually, that's actually going to wrap up, and this is actually the end of it. Yeah.
So just a reminder for our listeners out there, the journey doesn't stop after Business 300. Make sure to use your career action plan form, and it's such a valuable tool for you, and make sure to revisit it. And don't forget to visit the CoBA Student Success Center. We actually moved to level 3 in Markstein. What's the room number?
Room 332,
Yes. So we'll be there. We'll be fully renovated next semester. So come and visit. Hope to see you guys there.
And also all the things that we talked about is actually in our link tree. So please follow our Instagram, CoBA Student Success Center. Click on our bio. That's where our link tree is. And that's where all the information of all the resources that we talked about is going to be.
Yes.
Also, your professors are actually going to send this flyer we created for you guys with all the list of resources that we have for you. So please check that out, and hopefully you guys could like look at this video and enjoy it as well.
Yes. And with that being said, actually, with CoBA Student Success Center, we did have just hired on 2 student assistants, and Jimena is one of them. So we're excited to have her. So you'll see a lot more of her next semester. And that's it for our episode of CoBA Chat. Until next time.
Keep thriving and thriving.
Bye.